Hi, everybody. Happy Monday afternoon. Hello. My name is Missy Proper. I am a certified nutrition and wellness coach and owner at Authentic Wellness in downtown West Bend. So I thought I would start this video with something because I hear all the time, what the heck does a nutrition and wellness coach do? Valid point. So I thought I would actually share with you at the beginning of this video what I do so you can see if it's something that might work for you. So I work with women primarily between the ages of 40 and 55 that are at a point where they either need or want to change their relationship with food. It could be that they have been told by their doctor that they need to lose weight. Perhaps they are pre-diabetic or starting to have blood pressure issues. It could be that they have stress and anxiety. They're not sleeping well. Weight loss resistance, where all the things that used to work just don't work anymore, and they're kind of stuck and they don't know where to turn. So what I do is I work with them to create a balanced lifestyle. We take a holistic approach, so we look at food, we look at nutrition, and we look at healthy ways of managing stress and anxiety to create a healthy lifestyle that they can sustain. And in doing that, they end up changing a lot of the things that they've been struggling with. So that's what I do. And actually, it's super cool, because this week in particular, I happen to be celebrating my 1-year anniversary in my space in downtown, which is super cool, and I love it. And I gotta tell you, it's been an amazing, amazing year. I have met the most amazing people. I have had wonderful success stories, and it has become apparent to me very clearly that there is a need for what I do in this community. There's a lot of people that are struggling, and you know what? Support is always necessary and important, and I love doing it. So what I decided to do to celebrate my 1 year is two things. So the first thing is I decided to share my story. I think it's important to share where my passion comes from and why I do this and why I believe in it so strongly and why I want to make sure that I'm making an impact in my community. So I'm sharing my story. And then the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to share 5 things as part of my program that I do with people that sign up for my 4-month signature program. What are kind of 5 kind of high-level topics that we incorporate into the program, so that you can kind of get a glimpse as far as what it would be like to work with somebody like me. So the first thing I have to tell you is yesterday I posted some pictures from 2014, and it was really, really, really hard because it was right at the point for me when I started my journey. And it was really hard to look at those pictures for a couple reasons. Number one, because it was at a time in my life when I was not very happy with myself, right? And looking at those pictures kind of drudged up a lot of the emotions that were connected with that time in my life. I didn't like how I looked. I didn't like how I felt. And I was not being very kind to myself. And so it was hard. It was hard to post those pictures because they weren't perfectly filtered. And everybody that puts pictures on Facebook now, they're always perfectly filtered, right? And everybody looks like they're happy and everything's wonderful and perfect. And these are far, far from perfect. But I felt like it was important, number one, because it's real. And it's my story, and it was me, and it was right where I was at. And there are a lot of other women that were exactly the same, right? And so I thought, you know what? I'm going to be authentic. I'm going to share exactly where I was. And then throughout the week, I'll show you how I got to where I am now, but they're out there, right? So it's all out there for Facebook world to see. So sharing my story. So I posted pictures. That's also part of the program, right? As I tell people, we have to be able to know where you're starting from, right? We have to, usually it's in the form of weights and measurements and goals. And we have to say, where are you starting from? So we know as you start progressing, how wonderful you're changing and all of the wonderful things you're doing. So pretty cool. So the other thing that I wanted to offer today is the 80-20 rule. Right? And it's actually how I approach pretty much everything. When I work with clients, it's always about creating a lifestyle. And every day isn't going to be perfect, nor should it be, right? Because this is life. So we use what's called the 80-20 rule, which means that 80% of the time, you're going to be spot on. 80% of the time, if it's a nutrition plan, we're going to make sure you have meal prepped, you have purchased the things that you need, you've thought about what you're going to have for breakfast, what you're going to have for lunch, what you're going to have for dinner, what are your snacks going to be, right? So what's your plan going to be? And you are going to be so committed to making that happen 80% of the time. And then we're going to leave 20% of that plan open. And that's open for life, right? Because life happens. And we've all been, in those programs where it's like, okay, well, for the next 30 days, all you can eat is cabbage soup, or all you can drink is celery juice, or you can have 2 smoothies a day and a salad for dinner, and that's it. And by the end of that month, you're like uber skinny and you're like uber starving, right? And the first thing you're going to do is you're going to run out to the store or a fast food place at the end of the month, and you're going to like gorge yourself because you're starving because you didn't eat anything all week. And then you're going to be like gaining all the weight back, and you're going to feel like crap, right? And you're going to be disappointed in yourself because you're going to feel like you failed, right? So instead of that all or nothing, let's look at 80-20 and let's say, what's a healthy, manageable lifestyle? Because believe me, 80-20 works. 80-20 gets results, right? And so it's just finding the right balance for you. So that's usually the first thing that we look at. We set goals, we do weights and measurements, and we start talking about what's the lifestyle going to look like. So that's my 2 things for today. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about grocery shopping on a budget and when it's important and when it's not to buy organic, because you really don't have to all the time. So that's our topic for tomorrow. Hopefully you got some value from today. I see some people on who's on here. Oh, there's Lisa. Hi, Lisa. Well, Lisa, you're cute too. Oh, and there's Linda. I think Linda's traveling to someplace warm, and Emily. Love my Emily. So, okay. Thanks for popping on, you guys. I really appreciate it. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day. And we'll talk later. Okay, bye.